guys, so I'm recording a video to help field some questions I've been getting recently about how to download and open the files, set the cut lines, and all that fun stuff within the Silhouette Studio. So I'm going to first start off by going to my blog and downloading the new printable that was listed for February. So right there you would just, let me go back, you would click on the planner size that you need, and it's going to take you to Dropbox. It's going to open up another window. You do not have to sign in or make an account. You can just download the files that you need. For this one, there are, sometimes you'll just see zip files. If you want to download individually, you can open up the file folder and click on each file that you need. But I'm just going to download the zip file. And then I'm going to click on No Thanks, Continue. Okay, and I'm just going to tell it to save it. I don't usually use Firefox, that's probably why that's popping up, but okay. So it's all ready. So I'm going to extract it, and you should be able to without any additional software on your Windows computer. And we'll go into it here, and we are not going to drag and drop it into Studio. You'll need to open it up from the file. So just click on Open, and it's going to load Silhouette Studio Design. And the reason I say you don't want to drag and drop is because it doesn't carry over the settings, and I can show you that as soon as it gets loaded here. And of course it's taking forever. Okay, so this one's loading up, and we can tell it to open the second file if we wanted to, but for this purposes we only need to open the one. Okay, now say that you drag and drop it. What I mean is you literally drag and drop it into Studio, and I'll show you what happens. Okay, and as you can see, it just puts everything up here. There are no registration marks. I'm not sure what that is there. It's all messed up, so we don't want to do that. So always make sure you open from the file, and there are different ways you can open it. If your Studio software is already up, you can always just go to File and open it, and then find where you saved it to and open it that way. So when you open it, you're going to see that you have your registration marks. You need to make sure that these are set. If for any reason you open the file and they're missing, just go to open the registration marks window, and then choose type 1 unless you have an older original Silhouette. I do not change any of the line settings. I don't recommend it. It can cause registration failure marks. Then you would also want to check and see if the cutting mat is correct. I have a portrait, so it's always going to automatically be set to that cutting mat. If you need to change it to the Cameo, that's where you would do it. Sometimes I have noticed recently that the letter size here is not. If it gets stuck on something else, it's going to cause registration fails as well, so always make sure that that's at least on letter. Then we're going to head to the Cut Settings tab, I recommend that you click on advanced if it's not already. Only make sure that the red is checked. And then you're going to go all the way down to the bottom here and choose white sticker paper. You'll have to select the correct ratchet blade setting that your machine already is on, and you can adjust your speed. The speed is going to be how fast your silhouette is cutting. If you have it too high, it can bend corners, so you want to change that. I usually set it at about 4. Thickness, that is how deep your machine is going to cut the stickers. The higher the thickness, the more likely it will cut all the way through your sticker paper. So this setting I can't preset for you because I don't know what type of paper that you're going to be using. You can do a test cut if you want to check to see how well it did cut. It will just put a little mark on the top, I think it's the left corner of the page. It will not affect anything. You can still use the same page. So I think most people that I've spoken to use around anywhere between a 5 to an 8 on the thickness. You do not want to choose double cut or any of this other stuff here. And you can see that the lines are all there. If you notice that something is missing a red outline, then it's not going to cut. And then you would just go to the last tab, and my portrait's not connected, but I'll just plug it in real quick. And then you would load it and then send it. Now, if you're having issues with your silhouette cutting slightly off, which is showing some of the white sticker paper, there are 2 things that you can check. What you do is you would right-click onto your portrait machine here and go to calibration. And then you can test your calibration and distance adjustments if it is cutting off. There are several videos that you can watch on YouTube to learn how to do this. I won't go into that. Alright, so that, let me get out of here. So that's how you set the files, and you should check these settings every single time you open a file. I try to have them ready, but there can be issues and something's wrong, so you need to check those. So we're going to close these. And we'll go through how to get them from Etsy. So you're going to go to your purchases and reviews, and then you'll click on download files. Then you're going to click on the files that you need. I only want the cut files, so I'm going to download those. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go to the file and do the same thing. Unzip it. Usually you can just double click it to load it in. Then I'm going to just, like I told you, check all my settings in my cut file before I send it. Okay. And the other thing that you can do, if you see that with Etsy, I can only import a file in at a certain size. If you find that you want the image to be a little bit clearer, you can just delete that file and go into the files that I provided you, and I'm gonna just drag and drop the PDF file into Silhouette. And like I said, because of Etsy's file size limits, I can only import the image at 300 dpi. So you're going to click import as image, and then you can select 600 and then hit import. And that's going to import it in from 3 that it was to 600. And then I'll show you what to do to get it to line up to the cut lines. So here it is, and then you're just going to you're going to click on the actual PDF file and go up here to Object, and then Align, Center to Page. Then you'll right click it again and send to back. Okay, so those were the two things that I wanted to show you. I'm not sure if you can see the difference. We can open it. But, you know, the colors just look a little bit different. Okay, if you have any other questions, just let me know in the comments below, and I can try to do another video for you guys.